All right, so yeah, we're recording. It is December 14th, 7:27 a.m. It is the professional trader here. I'm also here today with my brother Kailash. How you doing this morning, sir?
Doing good, yeah.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We
Up and
haven't done
early.
one of these in a while. We have these unemployment claims numbers coming out, retail sales and core retail sales. You have any opinions before they come out in these next 2 minutes?
I just think whatever gains what happened yesterday with the dollar, this
Yeah.
might give it a bounce if it
Okay.
favors it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you see do you like foresee like any, I mean, because I know it can happen, but like do you see the numbers like going along with yesterday, or do you like can you see it being completely opposite and the DXY like flipping the other way, or like, do you think it'll just like continue along with what's been
like
happening?
with the way that the Fed yesterday they talked really like easy. Like they talked like, okay, rates are gonna go lower, that's what's gonna
Mhm.
happen, and that's why like the markets went up so much. But they were kind of saying like we hope there's no recession. So it's like any
Yeah.
sign of more unemployment,
Mhm.
I think it'll like the market's sensitive a little bit, but yeah. I think the market's like it's definitely overly short. Like we can see the DXY, it's right at the lows.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Uh,
sensitive.
so yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see, man. That FOMC was definitely impacted the dollar yesterday, but we're just now like creating that new low in my opinion. So like the trend is just now like starting to continue the other way. So it was like 3 weeks of consolidation, or 2 weeks from November 28th basically. So yesterday the markets made a new low, and then was just kind of ranging. So I think the trend is a little bit more clear on DXY now, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah. And the whole time it was like a weak bounce compared to the drop from the highs.
Yeah,
Even like with the fib was like a 382, so it's like a bear flag.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we have these, so we have about 10 more seconds. Are you in any positions right now? While
Not
these
at the moment. Yeah, I'm at like right at 7%, right under
right now,
7%.
man, that's real cool. So yeah, these
Yeah.
numbers are pending. DXY popping a little bit
Right
initially.
here.
Yeah. So
I wonder if they've
see
come in yet.
I see core retail sales was 0.2, a little bit better than expected. Retail sales a little bit better than expected. Unemployment claims, better than expected too. Less than expected. So, pretty, uh,
Yeah.
pretty positive for the dollar. No,
Yeah.
pretty.
And I wonder if that I'm curious about the jobless. Oh, okay, it came in. It came in.
Yeah.
Actual 202.
202. Yeah, that's what I have on my end on Forex Tracker
Okay.
versus 219. Not, I mean, less than expected. Not, I mean, not like it's not like a crazy number, but like less than expected. The DXY is showing that, in my opinion, a little bit, as far as price action goes, but not like superly over bullish, right? So this might be one of those things where, in my opinion, even though the fundamentals are pretty positive for the dollar, you know the price action just
Yeah.
might not respect that. What do you think?
I really think so too. Because like it's like the fundamentals can even be positive, but it's like
Hmm.
the market is just overly short, and it's
Yeah.
like yeah, I think it's like that kind of deal going on. Like it's
Yeah.
essentially people taking profit. Because
Mm.
like I think everybody's if people are still in a position, they're waiting to hear the news. Like they're waiting to see are we going to go down more?
Yeah.
And then the news is favoring them to go down more, but we're not going down. So now they're it's like everybody's looking at each other thinking, okay, like are you going to take profit? And then
Mm.
when people start taking profit, they have to buy because
Yeah, that's
they're probably
that,
short
that's honestly
term
that's
profit.
honestly like a real good way to like to put things in perspective. I see earlier in the day, GBP, their bank rate came out, and also I think the same thing happened for the euro. I see both were pretty much like what was expected, kind of like what happened with FOMC yesterday with the federal funds rate. So, pretty much everybody keeping things, as expected. Do you have any thoughts on that there?
Yeah, I was surprised yesterday they said that they're planning on doing the median, like the average of all of the participants in the FOMC. They're
Mm,
expecting next year they're going to cut rates 3 times. And the market has already priced in that they're going to cut 2 times. So now the market priced in those three. So now at the moment, the market is pricing in that they're going to cut rates 5 times next year.
wow.
And everybody's saying the economy's strong. You could see the retail sales, they're up. The
Yeah.
jobless claims, they're lower than expected.
Hmm.
Like people are saying like the economy is really strong. Why is there cutting rates? So there's a little bit of uncertainty there.
Hmm.
But essentially that's what's causing like the DXY to go down and
Yeah,
the
that
bonds have gone up. Yeah.
that is interesting that you say that, right? Because j jobs are low, retail, yeah. So it's like, while the need, I'm not sure, I'm not. That's a pretty interesting thing though. But I'm not a economist or
Right.
economic, well, yeah, whatever the word. But yeah, that's honestly pretty interesting thing. Something I was actually Googling yesterday just because I was a little bit confused. So
Yeah.
is it as interest rates go up, like more people have jobs, or is it as interest rates go down, like less people have jobs? I was kind of confused on that. I was
Mm.
trying to do a little bit of research. Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah. So I will say the biggest thing with interest rates is if
Mhm.
interest rates go down, the
Oh,
price of bonds go up, and the interest rates go up, price of bonds go down.
mm,
That's one thing that's like direct.
okay.
But with the whole, it's a bit tricky because ever since after 2008, they started for 10 years, they lowered interest rates to 0%,
Mhm.
and they kept it pretty much very, very low for 10 years. So that was a really abnormal period.
Yeah.
So I'll say it kind of goes back and forth. But essentially, when rates are higher and dollar is higher and the what's it called? Energy. When energy, dollar, and rates are higher,
Mhm.
that usually brings in a recession,
Mm.
right? Because the costs are high. Like everything is tough on everybody. So
Yeah,
people
yeah,
have to lay people off.
okay,
It's
yeah,
usually a combo. It's usually
yeah.
not just like one thing, but
Yes, that makes a lot that makes a lot of sense, and it makes sense that like
yeah.
how one thing affects the other for sure. Yeah.
Remember last year, everybody was saying recession, recession, recession.
Yeah, I
Everybody was just
do. Yeah, I
right.
do. Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely do remember that. I'm gonna take a look at some Forex pairs real quick.
Yeah.
Um, Euro USD. I thought it was gonna sell. I didn't sell it though, but makes sense. Bought off of the support. GBP USD. GBP USD is, because it's interesting, man. Like a lot of these things, like they just went up really fast, and like now they're about to hit another point of resistance or another point of support. So it's like they trended this week, but we might just be in for another long period of consolidation.
Yes,
Like
I think so
just
too.
again. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. These markets are something for that's for sure. USD JPY. I'm looking at it on the daily. It's kind of at a support level too. We like where price came and retested and then popped again, retested again. It's right at that level. And then we saw a wick on December 7th. Hasn't closed below here again. So and it's kind of wicking again. So pretty interesting, man. Just I guess basically what I'm trying to say is like, like you said, is the DXY oversold, at the moment, still have to keep in mind that weekly 618 rejection that you called out I think last week or the week before that. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean, yeah, pretty interesting because like, could USD JPY literally just wick this area and continue to the upside? Like, it's super possible, but I feel like the next thing would either be wait for higher highs or a break of this structure again. But
Yeah.
gold climbing higher. Uh, looks bullish in my opinion, but couldn't really buy this right now. The way I trade, and I really wouldn't be looking to sell it right now. So, it's not really a trade for me on gold. USD CAD, another one of those things. It's selling now for sure, but it's about to hit another level of support, and then if it breaks that, we have another major level of support. So it's like, they're moving, but like just even like GBP JPY, sold off really hard, but it's kind of still just bouncing off of this like trend line. So I really still wouldn't be looking to sell it right now, but I'm not really looking to buy it right now. So it's still in an odd place, in my opinion. AUD USD, it looked like we were gonna start, trending higher, but still we still haven't closed above it yet. So still a little premature to call it a buy just yet, but I feel like it is gonna break higher, but it just hasn't done it yet. USD Swiss franc, not looking at. Your AUD, literally the same thing,
Wow.
was selling off, but I got stopped out of your AUD too,
Oh,
but
okay.
hit that support level, and right, we're seeing it wick. So interesting, man. Like, things are still just interesting, but I feel like the moves are happening, but the bigger moves have not come yet. And it's like if you missed out like on yesterday slash today, even though like yeah, it might have went like 200 pips, but like this thing could still go like a lot more, and same goes for like a lot of other Forex pairs, like, if they really just break those support and like, resistance levels. So I feel like there like the real moves have yet to come, but I feel like they're starting to happen for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I'm looking at, man. Are you able to share your screen, man?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah. Let me see.
yeah,
I
take
was
a
gonna say too with the JPY stuff, I would
Mhm.
wait. I mean, for me, I would wait until December 18th
Okay,
because
what happens on
they're
the
having
18th?
their interest rate. They're doing their interest
Ah,
rates.
okay.
Yeah. And the reason, remember when the JPY popped up? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Like this day when the
Yes.
JPY popped up, this was because they had an announcement about their interest rates. They were hinting that they're going to be changing their interest rate policy, but
Yes.
on this white line right here, this is the day that they're going to do their interest rates. So
Okay.
that's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this day to
Yeah.
pass before taking any trades on that one.
Right. Because, they're saying all this, but like doesn't mean that they have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Literally the smart thing to do, right, would be to I heard about that, but I didn't like know it was on the 18th. So that's good information
Yeah, I checked the
to have
calendar
for
just to
sure.
be
Yeah. It's
sure.
good.
Because
Yeah,
I
good
really
information.
wanted to, I was like looking at it, I'm like, this is a pop. You can short it, but I don't know. But it's interesting when you said the 618 because I could see it too right here. Like if we wake up today,
Yeah.
we could potentially still hold it, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. Looking bearish for sure, right? But there's
Still
still
bearish. Yeah.
still 10 hours left on this candle, right? And that's like a lot of time for a lot of different things to happen. So,
Yeah.
but
And the
if I
fib
had to pick it,
retracement.
no,
Oh, sorry, go
no, I was gonna say if I had to pick a side, I would think it was gonna break, but what I think doesn't really matter. So,
ahead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But seriously, like they have to like as long as like how do I say this? They need to have the Bears need to sell below. I
yes,
mean, we still have next week, we still have next like we still have more time.
yeah,
But if bulls can pop back above, I mean, this is a bear flag, right? Like we did have a bear flag. We couldn't get above the 382. If we pop back above and we start rebuilding, that's always a possibility.
mm-hmm,
But we'll have to see it happen. On the monthly chart, I mean, the pullback here from the 2022 high, that was zero point 0.5 retracement. So it favors a lower low. So I do think when you
mm-hmm,
say the bigger move, I do think we could be getting the bigger move down
yeah,
here. So that it's likely, and also, yeah, it's the most likely scenario. But I mean, I do think it is possible we could just go sideways.
yeah. But
I'm
even
prepared for anything. Yeah.
but even like on the monthly chart, like even if it cleanly breaks that previous month, it looks like we can head
Yes.
to that low right there. I think that was on
I think
May
so.
or September. that that big candle wick that happened. I think that's May that I'm looking at.
This one right here, yeah,
Yeah,
July.
that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got even testing the bottom of that, like from where it is now to the bottom of that move, like that's such a like to the bottom wick of it, like
Yeah, yeah.
that's such a big move, and that's such a ways from now. So yeah,
I'm using this line though, like as a it's like a wall, right?
mhm,
Because you could see like
yeah,
no candles closed below that line.
yeah,
So if the next 2 months or the next monthly candle is able to close below this line,
yeah,
to me that will signal change,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So yeah,
Because that will be the first candle close since May 2022,
mhm.
right? So that's over a year, like over a year and a half almost.
And it's just like and the amount, and if that happens, like the amount of like just movement that can happen with that is just, it's so much more than like what's going on right now, even though like like things are really moving right now. And so that's why sometimes it's hard to say things are overbought or oversold, just because of like what can really happen. But that's why those confirmations are important though, for sure.
And one cool thing, see how the DXY topped right here on
Hmm.
October 2nd?
Yeah.
If you go to the 10-year bonds, you can see they bottomed on October 2nd.
Mhm.
So here's the DXY, the monthly chart right here, October,
Yeah.
and the bonds, they bottomed right on October as well.
Mhm.
So this bounce that we've been getting on bonds,
Yeah.
I am watching that, and it's just a daily uptrend, just these daily higher lows, just watching that continue. And I think as long as bonds are in an uptrend and the yields, the TNX, they're in a downtrend, 10-year yields. Right now they're at 4%. As long as that remains the case, that helps the DXY
Yeah. Yeah, for
go
sure.
down. Yeah.
Are you looking to, man, I have somebody crying out in my apartment.
Like a, if you gotta
Can
take care of it, that's all good. Because
you hear that?
I can't.
Okay,
No,
cool. Nah, it's not my kid. I don't have kids.
no.
It's somebody's kids, but
Yeah.
yeah, are you looking at any trades right now? Are you looking to potentially trade anything? You have any setups you're waiting on? Anything like that?
Yeah. Honestly, like how do I say it? I do see like in a way some short setups, like some like long the dollar,
Mm-hmm.
just of course, just with a stop loss. Like I'm not trying to like get the bottom or anything like that. But I see the British pound right here, um, just running into like this previous area of like resistance.
Yeah.
Now, I do think though, the fact that it hit here, came down, and now it's coming back up again,
Yeah.
that's more bullish than bearish. So it could even be a buy opportunity on a dip.
Yeah.
But honestly, not taking too many trades at the moment. You could see even here potential opportunity there. But I think I'm probably just going to trade the US 100 most likely, just like
Okay.
usual. Yeah. I could see the RTY is really bullish, those small caps, the US 2000 one.
Okay. Are you leaning? Which were are you like leaning? Trading.
So
What?
it depends on the open. So I
Okay.
look at these ETF charts,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sure you can see on the bottom here, like every single day, the volume is moving higher with the price.
Yes.
I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, like all of this blue stuff is all volume. It's all the
Mm-hmm.
volume for the day.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as the volume is moving higher with the price, I'm gonna have to just go with the trend.
Okay.
But my bias is kind of telling me like I would like to short it because my bias is telling me always do the opposite of what the market's doing, which is
Yeah.
not a great thing. But we are gonna gap up on IWM. This it's US 2000. The
Okay.
pre-market is up here. So the gap rules say that if you open gapped up, you go with the direction of what's happening. So if the gap is being filled, then go with that direction. So I do think there is a short opportunity to fill the gap because in how do I say it? In 45 minutes, we
Yeah.
are going to open like gapped up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for a gap fill here, and let me see how much percent that is. It's like 1.5%. So there could be
Okay.
some opportunity there. That's
Mhm.
what I'm gonna take that trade probably.
Okay. That's
But yeah,
that's
that's pretty
that's
much it.
yeah, okay. That's pretty cool, man. I'm kind of just gonna be on the sidelines for now. Just gonna be watching how that DXY plays out. I'm gonna look go back to my screen really quick.
All right, cool.
For me, man, like just setups wise, like if like the next setup I'm looking for, if I had to pick one, um, I honestly don't see any. So I think maybe AUD USD is potentially the best setup because on the daily it's not closing above, but on that 4 hour we broken above this level that happened on December 23rd. We're retesting it right now. So any type of like bullish confirmation, I feel like a long position and stop loss could be like super low too, like just right below these and like to the next resistance levels. If I had to pick a trade, that's probably the most clear trade in my opinion, but that's probably what I'll be waiting on. But other than that, I really have kind of nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
um yeah, I'm gonna be making probably another video later in the day just talking about my FTMO and blah blah blah, but yeah, man.
That's good. No, I'm glad
That's
you passed. That's really good news.
man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Honestly, bro, I really do appreciate it. But it's like got to do it again though now, right?
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, got to do it again, right? So it's like it's cool. Like it's cool to know that if I'm patient, that my strategy is good enough to pass. Because I'm only like my win percentage is only like 40%. But I will say that sometimes I got a little nervous, might open and close a trade like real quick, so that does affect it a little bit. But
Yeah,
it's like
mine's horrible. I'll be
yeah,
honest.
but like you don't need the like best win ratio, to be profitable. You just need
Yeah.
some patience and good
And it's
money.
something it'll be worked on. Like it's like a craft. It's like a piece
Hmm.
of art. It's like we're gonna
Literally,
develop it and get better at it over time. We have to.
literally. Hmm.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you'll phase out, and
Exactly. Yeah.
if you don't want to phase out in these markets, like, you have to get better at them. So yeah, yeah. Let's see. How's tomorrow looking as far as news? We have is today Thursday? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this week flew, but
It
had a
did.
lot
I
of
thought yesterday was Friday. It was all messed up for me.
I won't lie to you. I thought yesterday was like Tuesday.
Yes.
I was like, dang, the week's almost over already. But I see we have a lot of Euro news late, early morning, late night, whatever you want to call it. We had some GBP news as well, and then a lot of kind of like a repeat of yesterday. I mean, not a repeat of today, as far as
Mm.
like will we kind of all see everybody sticking to the same thing again, or will there be another change in the markets? Hey, if you're free around tomorrow though, when these numbers come out, for the USD, maybe we can do
Oh
another
yeah.
reaction.
Yeah, I'm
To
down. Yeah, if it's in the morning, I'm good.
yeah, it's in the morning. 7:45 New York time. So whatever time that is for you.
Yeah. I do gotta say one thing though, really
Mhm.
quickly. Like
Yeah, of
it's
course.
like the whole thing of like going to the next stage. Like it's funny because like even when we get the account, it's like a brand new stage, and it's like every single trade, it's like it's always the same thing. It's always just taking another trade.
Yeah,
But the good thing is when you do get an account and when you do grow it, the best thing is when you have a really nice cushion of profit to work with.
yeah,
And then things start to change. And I think
yeah,
the types of trades we take and all that stuff. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's
because
the progress. Yeah.
it's like it's like you've made these profits and it's like okay, I don't want to do something silly and like give it back. But then it's like, let's say you don't even do something silly, but you're wrong. And I was like, oh man, I didn't gave back the profits. And it's like,
Yeah.
now a lot of good things come from that. A lot of self-doubt can still come from that. It's just amazing to see like human emotion, like, what
Mm.
happens like when you're up, what happens when you're down, and like, but it's really just it's really just, to me personally, I feel like it's just knowing that like the market really just it's like something's gonna happen. The market really does move in cycles, and it's like if you're looking for at least for like a trend, in my opinion, like it's gonna happen. It might not happen at this level, might not happen at this level, it might not happen at this level, but the market is eventually going to trend. So it's like
Yeah.
it's really just not getting this because I'm not gonna lie, like losing sucks. Like I don't care, dude. Like losing sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. I wish I could win every trade, but it's like you can't. But it's like it's really just having that trust that like I've seen this before, and I know like the market isn't just gonna be here forever, man. So it's like yeah, just that trust in yourself, man. Like I guess is what I was trying to say, but. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
just building your craft, man. It's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling for sure, especially because the backlash that this Forex thing gets, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people think,
I'm not too familiar with it, right? Because like I kind of more focus on the other stuff, like the indexes,
mhm,
but I
mhm,
hear a
but
little bit of.
yeah, but even like even like the stock markets, oh,
Oh yeah, I know what you
it's
mean.
like it's a scam, blah blah blah. You can't really make money, like only like the big fish win, blah blah blah, and blah blah blah, and things like that. And it's like I understand why people say that because like at the end of the day, a lot of it is true, but
Mm,
it's only true because you're moving in a certain way that's literally guaranteed for you to lose
yeah,
when like you can literally but it's just kind of like one of those things like you could show somebody how to make $1 million and like they'd go right back to sleep. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Don't Look Up. It's on Netflix. Basically, like there's a meteor coming and like
yeah.
everybody's like, no, there's not a meteor coming. But it's kind of like people like but it
I need to
just
see it, but I've seen the trailer for it. I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
but it's like you can tell somebody like nah, like all you have to do is do it this way and like you'll be
Mm,
good, but like people won't do that, but that's just like that's just human beings for you, and like that's just the way we are. But there's a lot of realness in this, and like this thing literally correlates with like life and like
yeah.
like the way at least I feel like the markets and life literally go hand in hand. So it's like why you wouldn't participate in it, I don't know. How you could say it's a scam, blah blah blah. I don't know, but yeah, that's my rant for the day, I
You
guess.
know what? Honest, I agree with you because like it literally is from my experience, and I'm sure you would agree. It's one of the toughest things I've ever done.
Yeah,
Consistently being in the market, trying to make money out of the market, it's
mhm,
very difficult.
yeah,
But I think you and me, like I think you would agree that I like personally, I can say I love it. I
yeah.
love watching these markets. Like
Me too.
I love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's why I'm willing to put this amount of like
yeah,
time and
yeah,
effort.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
And I can't say I genuinely love to do a lot of things, bro, but I
Yeah.
genuinely love to see like the markets come to like I don't know if fruition is the word. I don't even know if that's a
Yeah.
word, but like watching like talking about something and not even like trying to guess the market, but like being
Mm,
wrong, but like watching you be wrong and understanding like why you were wrong, and then being right and understanding like why you were right, and like how to add that to your arsenal for the next time, because this
yeah.
thing is literally a cycle. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool, man. it's
And
it's
it's a
honest.
puzzle too. It's like a
Yeah,
puzzle. It's like
it
always a
is.
constant puzzle. It's a
It is.
learning
It is.
brain
Because
thing, whatever.
because it'll never be like the exact same.
Yes.
It's like you can't. It's like you can try to do the exact same thing you did here for the next one, but that's why you'll be wrong this time and like right this time. But it's like you know, being like I don't want to say veteran, but like I've been looking at the markets for like a couple years now. So like you have a plan, but like, when you've seen things happen a lot of times, you can stick with your plan, but kind of tweak them in a way to where it's like, okay, like I'm still sticking with my plan, but I'm doing things a little bit differently here. But
Mm,
just because like, I've seen the market do this many
yes.
times. So it's like, I can still stick with my plan, but maybe trade a little differently here, but still manage it right to where it's like okay, if I'm right, good, if I'm wrong, whatever, like on to the next one. So yeah, man, it's cool, man, it's cool.
Definitely. I
Yeah,
can't agree more. What you just
yeah,
said,
man, yeah, man,
I completely
it's
have that.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
but But yeah, man. I'll talk to you, man. Most definitely tomorrow. We can see how these numbers come out. The markets really I feel like are gonna get moving
You know,
in like the
new
next,
lows on the
yeah,
dollar.
yeah, like in the next hour or so. So,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see, if these continue to, trend. I'm looking at AUD USD. It's kind of, oh wow.
Yeah, right?
The DXY is tanking,
It's coming
continually.
down more.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. I might take this AUD USD trade with stop loss right just below. Might be my first trade on. I don't know if they're giving me the credentials for the new one, but
It might take a little bit of time. Did you close it this morning or last
yeah.
night?
No, this morning,
Oh, okay.
literally not too long ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. Oh no,
All right,
look,
cool.
I just checked my email. They did. So yeah,
Nice. Quick.
might take a super small trade just to start. Don't want to
Yeah,
start off negative though. So that first trade is always a little bit like I don't want to be wrong on the first one. We want to be right, but
yeah,
yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, most definitely, man. Catch up with you again tomorrow, sir.
for sure. Yeah, I'll be here.
All right, man, for sure.
All
And
right, cool, cool.
appreciate to anybody, man. If I doubt anybody ever makes it this long, but if anybody does, man, I appreciate you guys too, man. So, all right, man, I'll see you.
All right, cool, cool. Peace out.
All right, yes, sir.